Hey, this is GatorX, and today is February 6th, Mewtwo's birthday. I figured why not talk about Mewtwo for his birthday because, that's something I've been doing for like the past 2 years or so. Before I begin, I just want to quickly remind you that over on GatorX Plays, there's actually a new gameplay video out today, as well as my podcast, which happens every 2 weeks. But anyway, let's get back to Mewtwo. One interesting thing is now we get Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where we get to see Mewtwo once again. Sadly, there's not a whole lot more added, it's just that, he's in nice 3D and this and that. But what is interesting is that Green is present in these games. In Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Green is a character who is also interested in Mewtwo. However, she only shows up after you, the player character, capture Mewtwo, and thus you're put into a battle with Green, and a little talk here and there. It's quirky, it's fun, it's a nice character moment. And a great way to see Green actually represented in the games aside from being the player character. In the same way that Blue and Red have been previously, but now all three of them are here together. As far as whether there's some actual connection between Green and Mewtwo, I really have no idea what it could be. And I'm not necessarily going to debunk the game theory video because that's kind of a mess on its own. The basic points of the video are that whoever wrote it didn't know that Green existed in the manga beforehand, and that's basically who she's based off of in this game, or also the fact that she's been the player character in Fire Red and Leaf Green. The conclusion reached in this theory is that she's a human clone made in the same lab that Mewtwo was, basically based off of Amber from the Birth of Mewtwo anime scene. And this is pretty much just fanfiction. Yes, Green does act weird in these games, but that's just sort of something for fun, I guess. In the manga, she was very determined, and that's translated over into this game. And even after you beat her in a Pokemon battle, she keeps throwing Pokeballs at you. That's sort of just a teasing kind of thing. I guess, she's not happy that you won and that you caught Mewtwo first. And hey, it's 6 free Pokeballs at the end of it, so who's complaining? One thing that was interesting while I was battling Green is that she has a Mega Blastoise, which allows her to fit in with Red's Mega Venusaur and Blue's Mega Charizard. So the three of them are all counterparts. As mentioned before, we have Red, Blue, and Green finally all represented in a game together. They don't all necessarily interact with each other, they're all doing their own things. Blue is more responsible, being a gym leader eventually. Red is still mysterious, being basically the final challenge in this game. And Green is adventurous, looking for Mewtwo only to find you instead. And as far as why she's looking for Mewtwo and how she knows about it, maybe it's that she's really meant to be your rival. Now yes, we have our main rival, I called mine Jeff, throughout the game, but in a way, Green basically being not represented as her own character in Pokemon games until now, maybe she's more of a rival or a counterpart to the actual human player ourselves. Basically she's late to the party, only showing up in a game now, and maybe that's why she's late to see Mewtwo. I don't know, the whole timeline with Let's Go is very weird and confusing, but I have talked about that in the past, and if you'd like to see even more Mewtwo's from the previous years for Mewtwo's birthday, I'll go ahead and link all of those as well. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who is Green really? What's her connection to Mewtwo, if at all? And would you like to see her going forward in more games the same way that we see Red and Blue? Leave a comment below and we'll continue the discussion down there. Once again, I do just want to remind you that on GatorX Plays, I'm posting gameplay videos again, and I have my podcast, which is going on every 2 weeks now. That would mean so much if you could check that out. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.